Hey you guys, and welcome back to another vlog. I have been traveling and I am tired, so I did get a later start to my day today just because I was not feeling too well this morning. I have months where I'm okay and then I have months where I'm struggling, and this is one of those times that I'm really struggling, and so I really just needed some rest. So I am flexing my work day today. I'm starting a little later than usual, and that just means that I'm gonna end a little later than usual, which I'm perfectly fine with. I am not home. My husband is working in a different state, and so I came to hang with him for a couple of weeks before I head back home. And yeah, it's just like a nice getaway to get away from Texas for a little bit, especially in this like fall, almost winter season. Actually getting to experience like the cooler weather, it's nice. I got here on Monday. Today's Wednesday, so like today's like my first full day that I'm actually like not as exhausted from the trip. Yesterday I was super tired from the trip. The flight from Houston ended up landing like a couple gates over from my flight that was coming into Chicago, so I ran as fast as I could off that plane, but I was able to make the flight, and thank goodness it was not even a full flight. And they were very much like laxed about leaving because I think they knew they had some passengers that were coming. But now I just woke up like not feeling the best, and so when those kind of days happen, I prefer to like get myself together. Like I honor my body, take the time that I need, which I did. I just kind of took off a little bit in the morning. It's 10 o'clock right now. It's 10 o'clock and I'm getting my day started now at 10 when I usually start at 8. But that just means I'm gonna work a little later, and that's perfectly okay. And the good thing is, like, now that my deadline is over, there's really not too much happening at work. We are doing risk assessments, but this year for me, risk assessments is so much easier and lighter, so I am very much like happy about that. Ooh. It is so cold up here in Indiana, and my lips are ridiculously chapped. I wanted to answer this question in this vlog for you guys because I think it was such a great question in regards to promoting. So I thought it would be fun to play on the video that I did for you guys earlier this year about how to become an accountant in 2024. So now that we're about to wrap up this year, I'm gonna let you guys know like how to become a senior accountant or how to promote in the new year. A part of leveling up is being able to level up your executive presence, and that is a feedback that I also received and I have been working on. And your executive presence is how you present yourself. It's how you speak, how you show up at work, and a part of that has to do not only with not necessarily being assertive, but just how you are coming across, but also like your presence and like your appearance. And one of the easiest ways that I find of leveling up, especially with appearance in today's working environment, especially for those of us who work from home, is to maybe like put on a little bit of makeup, brush your hair, do a little something and put on some jewelry. I think it really goes above and beyond, especially when you are on those video calls. So I want to say a huge shout out to Ana Luisa for partnering with me, because Ana Luisa is having a sale for the holiday season, and this is a perfect opportunity for you to level up in how you look and your jewelry. Ana Luisa's jewelry is hypoallergenic. It is great. I rave about them all the time. It is the only jewelry brand that I really wear, and I love it. They are the jewelry brand that is my go-to because I've had a lot of my jewelry for a couple of years at this point, such as this necklace right here. I think I've had it for a little over a year. I shower with it, I go out with it, I've gone to different functions with it, and with sweat, with water, it is still looking as good as new, and I love it. And I love, like, especially for days that I know that I have to do a little bit more to the upper half of my body because I'm going to be on camera, just doing a little bit of makeup, but then putting on a nice piece of jewelry to just help stand out. I think it really really helps with my executive presence and just looking prepared to the call, and it's showing that I mean business. And so if you guys are looking for a way to just elevate your style in the new year, in this holiday season, looking for a gift for your loved one or even for yourself, make sure you check out their sale. They're having a sale up to 35% off, and I don't want you to miss that. They have pieces for literally all budgets starting at $39, and they do offer free shipping as well. Make sure you go ahead and check out Ana Luisa. Shop their holiday sale. They're having a sale up to 35% off this season. Get jewelry for yourself. Get jewelry for your mom, your sister, your best friend, whoever it may be. Maybe even for that manager that you love. Make sure you take advantage of this sale. I promise you, you are not going to regret it. And now that we talked about elevating our executive presence, not only with our physical appearance and enhancing how we look when we come on camera or go on site to work, let's talk about a couple of other things as well. So one of the first things with leveling up is really understanding the requirements that your organization or your employer has for you for that next level. Every organization and employer has different requirements, and that's what I want to touch on a little bit throughout this vlog, just sharing with you guys a couple of things that I did that helped me, as well as what you should be doing based off of where you work. I work for a Big Four firm, and I know that every firm has some similarities as well as differences. With the firms, for the most part, it is pretty automatic where there's a set 2 to 3 year timeline for you to constantly promote. And then there's some organizations in industry or different places that it really depends on the skill. It depends if there's an opening, and it depends if you are meeting the criteria that they are asking of you. So I think it's very important for you to understand what is it that your firm or your job, your organization is asking of you, or is asking of the person who is going to be at that next level. I think it's very important to understand that, because then that is going to allow you to know areas of strength that you have or areas of weaknesses that you need to work on. When you are going up to the next level, you need to be ready for that next level. So oftentimes we think that we're ready, but we really are not, because there are certain skills that we may not have, there are certain trainings we may not have taken, or you're really not presenting yourself at the next level. You guys, it is so cold here in Houston. I just got back from Indiana a couple of days ago, and I didn't realize how cold it was going to be. But first things first, let's get our Starbucks order in. Hi, can I please get a grande peppermint hot chocolate? No caffeine on that one. And then can I do the is it the sugar cookie latte, the hot one? That'll be all for me. When it comes to leveling up with work, especially if you are somebody who works in a Big Four firm where they typically have promotions every 2 to 3 years, I think the most important thing is actually understanding what it is that is required for the next role. What does that next role do? So if you're trying to go from a staff to a senior, or from a senior to a manager, and so forth, you need to know what is that person's day-to-day functions, what all are they doing. Especially when you are a lower level staff, I think a lot of us don't really understand what our seniors and above tend to do, because you are more focused on the testing aspect of everything. So I think it's very important for you to understand, what does that next level do, what are their day-to-day tasks. And I think it's okay to ask as well, if you have someone that you're more comfortable with who is in that next role that you want to get to, ask them, what do you do on the day-to-day basis? What are a part of your functions? Because with your role, you will not see everything. I think that's one of the most important things in terms of leveling up your career. Another thing is having an understanding of the expectations, and make sure you are meeting or already beginning to exceed those expectations. So what is expected of you in that new role, and how can that translate to what you're currently doing now? And that also goes into starting to act at the next level. So oftentimes, like, if you have a couple of people on your team, are you taking on extra work to, or are you showing that you're ready to be a senior, you're ready to be a team lead by delegating work, for example, or by reviewing work from other staff? Are you in charge of scheduling meetings, or are you in charge of delegating meeting schedules? Things like that, I think, really make a difference, especially in the Big Four, or when you're working in like client-facing roles. Are you the one that's helping to lead the calls? Are you coming, do you already have everything ready for the calls, especially if you're going to have calls with the client? Do you have an agenda set up that you're sharing to the team ahead of time? Do you have talking points for these conversations? All of that is important. You can't expect to promote and then you haven't shown that you're ready to promote, or that you are taking initiative when it comes to promoting. Sorry.
I love your outfit, by the way.
Thank you. Apologies in advance for the angle, just because it is raining and I was supposed to go to Target, but I think I'm just gonna do the return through the, what is it, through the car thing. Yeah, I didn't know that you can return and they come get it from your car as well. So with that, let's go ahead and just drink our little latte. And sorry y'all, we're gonna drink our little latte and do a little taste test. I got the sugar cookie latte. I think it's almond milk. And then I just got a peppermint hot chocolate. Trying to not have too much caffeine. Almond sugar cookie latte. The sprinkles are not sprinkling. It's all like mushy and melted in here, but let's try it. Don't like it. Don't like this one at all. Don't like it. All right, you guys, so when leveling up in your career, it's very important for you to make sure that it is indeed something that you want and something that you are ready for. So if you are taking a bit more on in your role and showing people that you are ready, then I think that there should be no reasons for you to not get it. But those conversations need to happen timely. Don't think that you're ready for promotion or you're going to promote without talking to your team, talking to your manager, talking to whoever your supervisor is, and letting them know that that is your intention for you. Again, certain teams do things in different ways. Some teams, depending on what it is, they just automatically know. But some, you need to have those conversations going and let them know what your intent is with promoting up. And bring facts, bring tangible facts showing them what you have done that that exemplifies that you are ready for the next level. So whether it be making a PowerPoint, which I always do and I recommend for everyone to do as well, make a little PowerPoint or something that's going to show that you are able and ready to promote certain tangible facts, like whether it's saying you led these types of calls with these types of people in the meetings, whether you organized these events, whether you took the lead on reviewing these reports. Like, have all of that all of those facts in some sort of a presentation that can show to your manager, to your supervisor, whoever it is, or even to your career coach at your job, to let them know that this is everything that I've done that is required of me. This is everything that I've done that is required of that next role, and meshing the two together, I've been able to do that successfully and effectively, and therefore I'm ready to promote. Make sure you are taking advantage and giving yourself credit for things. So if somebody sends you a Teams chat or a Slack message saying, hey, great job on this presentation, or great job leading this call, take screenshots right away and save it in a folder and use a part of that in your presentation as well. If you get an award at work, or if you're nominated for an award, have that included in this documentation or in this presentation, kind of building a business case for you to promote up. So if somebody sends you a message that you did a great job on something, whether it be via Teams, Slack, whatever direct messaging platform you guys use at your job, take screenshots of that. If somebody says it in an email, take a make sure you save that email as a PDF in this little like folder that you're going to create. Make sure you have it backed up. And if maybe it happens in a phone call, follow up with an email to the person or to whoever the group of people is, and just say, hey, just following up per our call, recapping X, Y, and Z, for you to have it documented in some way, shape, or form. Because at the end of the day, going back to the example of working at a Big Four firm, or even in a mid-tier accounting firm, 9 times out of 10, your partner doesn't exactly know what you as a staff is doing. Your HR does not know what you as a staff are doing on the day-to-day basis. Only you and maybe those who you directly report to know. Sometimes your senior manager doesn't know. Sometimes your manager doesn't know, especially if you are lower level staff. And so if your senior tells you you did a good job on something, send an email, copy in your partner, copy in your manager, whoever it is, and say, hey, so-and-so, thank you so much for the conversation and letting me know that I did a good job on X, Y, and Z, just for visibility. That's really how you play the corporate game and for you to level up. Make sure you are leveled up with your education, meeting any CPE requirements you need to meet for the year. Make sure you are in good standing when it comes to maybe time submissions or anything like that. You don't have any complaints with HR. Make sure that you are getting trainings. If your role requires you to have a certain certification or a certain training, make sure you get that. Make sure you understand if there's any certifications that they're looking for that person in the next level needs to have, and make sure you get that with leveling up as well. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this little vlog, this little chit chat on how to become an accountant or how to level up in 2025. I've already done a video previously sharing like more technical things to become an accountant, which can still be applied, but this is now if you are going to the next level. And remember, a part of leveling up is also with your executive presence, with your appearance, and that's why Ana Luisa is the place for you to shop this holiday season for your jewelry. Make sure you guys go ahead and check them out so that way you can up your jewelry game. So when you join those Zoom calls or join those or go into the office in 2025, you are looking good while doing so, okay? So you guys can check out the Abbeys, which are my favorite earrings, and several other options that they have on the website, and really take advantage of this holiday sale that they have going on. I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye. Jingle with me, baby.